guys, my name is Caitlin. Today I want to talk about Heartless by Marissa Meyer. This cover is gorgeous and I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. Basically, it's about the Red Queen and how she got to be the Red Queen. So we follow a young woman named Kath who just wants to be a baker. She wants to run her own bakery with her friend. However, she is the daughter of Marquess, and it isn't really a suitable job for a daughter of a Marquess. So I want to talk about the writing style first. Miss Marissa Meyer is such an excellent writer. She uses all these words and just strings them together in perfect sentences, and I don't know how she does it. It's just really perfect. And I loved it so much in this book. The writing was beautiful, as always, when it comes to her. And yeah, it's just gorgeous. I'll listen to a sentence and I'm all like, how in the world do you create a sentence that well structured? I don't know how she does it. This book was slow for the majority of it. It was a lot of build up and not much action. But yeah, this book was really great. I loved Kath and seeing her evolution throughout this book along with other people. I listened to the audiobook. The audiobook narrator, Rebecca Soler, is so good. She narrated the Lunar Chronicles series, and that's how I read those books. And she just makes it seem like she's multiple people throughout the entire book. Her voices were spot on, and I got a little creeped out by the voice that she did for the king, but it suited him so well. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. I thought it was really good. I recommend listening to the audiobook because her voices for the characters are so good, and even when the book is slow at times, then it's still really entertaining to listen to. Okay, that's it for the non-spoiler section, so if you haven't read the book, go read it and we'll discuss further. Let me get to the spoiler part. Kath herself was an excellent protagonist. I liked her a lot. She was really well defined in my opinion, and her parents are the biggest jerks ever. The dad seems nice at the beginning, but then once he's all like, oh, you can't do anything without our permission, blah 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 blah. I was riding in my car and I was hearing an argument between the parents and Kath, and I just wanted to slap them so badly. I just wanted to be like, but I couldn't because I was driving. Marquess and the Marchioness made me really angry at times. They were not letting Kath follow her dreams because I wanted her to find her bakery. She did, but she didn't at the same time. So Mary Ann is Kath's best friend, but also her maid, and I was fine with her. And it's all like, okay, you gotta do what you gotta do. You can be best friends with her if you want. But once she betrayed Kath at the end, I understand that she was just trying to protect Kath and be all like, oh, just took you, Kath, because I mean, she doesn't trust Jess, which I understand, but still, you don't turn in all of her secrets. She tells you all this stuff. Oh, I went out one night and went to a tea party, blah blah blah, and did this and this and this. Well, let's tell your parents. Now the king. Rebecca Soler's voice for the king annoyed me so much, but it suited him so well, and I could just imagine him wheezing. I think he's really short, and I don't know what else to say about him. It was really irritating. I didn't like him, but he was a good character. Hers and the king's courtship, it bothered me because the king would have all these poems that Jess would write, and they would be about food or something ridiculous like that. I don't know. It was really annoying, and I'm all like, Jess wrote that poem, and Kath knew that Jess wrote that poem because the king isn't that creative. Gotta talk about Jess. He was a lovely person. The only thing that bothered me was when Kath would explain his yellow eyes. I'm guessing it's not like the white is yellow, but like the actual color part. I'm sorry, I'm not knowing the thing around the pupil is yellow. So that kind of creeped me out, but everything else was pretty cool. Like when Kath first meets him in the garden, it was so sweet and beautiful, and he's all like, you need some chocolate. And she's like, okay, I guess. Is this poisonous? Okay. Jess and Kath's forbidden romance was pretty cool. I like it. They're one of my favorite Starcrest lovers now because they're so, I don't know, they're great. Jess and Raven were like the dynamic duo. They were really funny. Oh, I forgot to talk about Mad Hatter. He was great. I loved him. He like made my day whenever I read about him. I loved his Jess and Raven's friendship because they all like sort of travel between worlds and like know between the worlds, so it's like different and stuff. And like when the sisters were the most creepiest part of the book. Oh, it was so entertaining but so creepy at the same time. When they all get through the looking glass, like after they meet the sisters and they're all like, murder, monarch, man. When they get to through the looking glass and Kath spots Marianne through the looking glass and she's stuck in the pumpkin patch, I sort of understand her reasoning for going back and saving her because she's the best friend. But why did she do it? I knew once that happened she was going to be queen. I'm all like, when's she going to get queen? She's going through the looking glass. Once she gets over there, she will be like the queen, but the queen, like the white queen or whatever. And then she goes back through, and I'm all like, why? Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife but couldn't keep her. The Jabberwock is his wife. I did not see that coming. Man, that was like, I just didn't see it coming. I probably should have because she was all sick and like she eats Cass pumpkin cake and now she's like super addicted. And I'm all like, oh no, why Cass? So she turns into the Jabberwock, and I understand why Peter Pumpkin, or why Peter is all like, well, she's my wife. She isn't like, she doesn't mean it, but she's like slowly becoming more of the Jabberwock each time. And then Cass slays the Jabberwock, and I'm all like, man, you just made a mistake. I know you did. And then Peter murders Jess, and I'm all like, why? Why do you do it? Because that's when Kath goes on a spiral. She's all like, let's become queen. That way all have power and revenge. Her revenge plot. It was great. It was probably the best part of the book. The book really picked up when they meet the sisters. When they meet the sisters, it's just like super awesome from there. Like I enjoyed every single part of it after that. Every single thing, like the queen's drawings, to their rhymes, to their like prophecies, to like her going through the pumpkin patch, Peter killing Jess, her killing the Jabberwock, her going back to her parents, her going to see the king, and she's all like, here's a pie, marry me now. And he's like, okay. He's super like scared, and the king, he's gullible. Kath did some stuff to make him like not like her anymore, but he still agrees to marry her, which in some ways is really stupid. But I can't tell the king what to do. So then when she becomes queen, three sisters as a fox, a wolf, I don't know, but they're dressed as three different animals, and they bring Peter, they're all like, here is your revenge, now give us your heart. They just take the heart, and I think they actually use a knife, but I'm not positive. They like take it out and they're all like, adios, and they just leave. And I'm all like, oh, And then she's all like, hey Raven, you wanna murder someone for me? And he's all like, sure, this guy killed Jess, so of course I'm gonna murder him. And he was the White Queen's executioner, and now he's the Red Queen's executioner. I'm all like, holla, that's great. So then, kills Peter, and then finally she's the Red Queen. And it saddens me that she's mean like that now, but I understand. I understand. See you guys in my next video. Bye!